Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all know, give y'all a little update of what's going on right now. So right now, Marcus is like really in his feelings right now because look, I got a little piece of hair on my lip. Because these people is telling him that he gotta pay for the room daily. I've been telling Marcus to look into this situation so that we could get a weekly or something, but he didn't want to listen. He was talking about that was too expensive. We could have been got a weekly, and he's saying he don't got nothing but like a couple of $100 left now, and that basically he'll be homeless, and I'm like, well, you know, we was in it together, so we'll be homeless. And he was like mistreating me and being real mean to me or whatever, saying he gonna have to get rid of his stuff. And I told him, I said, well, you got an ID, you can be able to go to a shelter, but me, I won't be able to because I don't have identification because my ID went missing. So he was saying, well, we can go up to the driver services place today and see what it'll take. When I did it online, they were saying that they wouldn't be able to replace it because my identification was for Texas. It was in Texas. So I'm probably just gonna end up going up there. I don't really have a lot of energy, y'all. I don't have the energy, but I'm going on up there anyway, and I'm gonna try to record what they say because I really need my identification. There's this guy I know named Jay, and Jay likes me, but he's an older guy. And Marcus was like, well, I can't just go to somebody's house and just live off of them like you can. And I told him, I said, first of all, if somebody take me in, I ain't living off of them. I said, if somebody help me get on my feet, it ain't that I'm living off of them. I said, because you might need to go to somebody's house one day and get on your feet, and that don't mean you using them or living off of them because you need help getting back on your feet. And he was like, yeah, you're right. You know, people got to watch what they say because you never know what position that you might be in. And see, with me, I was incarcerated and I lost my place, and my family wouldn't help me, and I'm with child because they just been messing my whole damn life. And people, they was up in there hoping that I would get convicted knowing that I was pregnant, and I told them what they were doing to me in the jail. And then when I got released, they was looking like they seen a fucking ghost, and they knew the evidence anyway before I went to jail that they should have been trying to advocate for me not to be convicted, but they was being messy and evil, running their mouth about me in the streets, hoping I got convicted, and I didn't. So when I got out, I already knew they had betrayed me, but I still needed somewhere to stay, and they knew I was pregnant, and they was hoping to see me lose my son because they just been evil. They always been haters. They always been wicked. They ain't never looked out for me. And when I came to a point in my life where I actually really did need them, like, man, I'm telling you, since I was 15 years old, I done been doing everything on my own. And the one time that I needed my family help for real, because me and my son was in a situation where we were being abused, they couldn't even do that. They wanted to see me lose my baby. And knowing that I'm pregnant, want to see me out on the streets and then be laughing and hoeing around and then trying to call me some trick. So I'll talk to this man named Jay, and Jay likes me. He wants to be intimate with me like my man, and I don't see him that way. You know, I don't want to be intimate with him. Like, I'm going through shit where I don't want to be intimate with Marcus. There's a lot of things going on with my body where I don't want to be intimate with anybody. And I don't really want to be in a relationship with anybody. But he was telling me, you know, if I be his girl, like, he'll get me a room, he'll pay for it for the week or whatever. but it wouldn't be like a mutual thing. Like it'll be kind of like me feeling like I'm just doing it just so he can help me out, and I don't want to feel like no trick, you know. So it is what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna just stay with Marcus and just try to work things out with him, or if I'm gonna end up just going with Jay, because he's been having attitude with me, and I don't know how long this offer is gonna last where Jay is gonna be willing to help me, because he just came from Texas on a job. He's on his way back from Texas, and he have the money. So, you know, I don't know how long he gonna have the money to be able to give me a room for the week, but he like, oh, well, I could try to help you get on your feet by just getting you a room for the week. That's not really gonna do nothing for me for a long period of time, you know. But I just want to give y'all a little update on that. I still got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to work on as far as my case is concerned. Trying to keep myself together in the midst of being homeless and things like that is very hard. There's been times where I didn't have nowhere to shower, nowhere to groom, and it can fall down like that again. I don't want to seem like I'm being disloyal, but the situation really was because of Marcus. You know, they was over there acting a fool, you know. People was jealous of our relationship. Dudes lusting after me, and then he was already mistreating me anyway. So to me, I ain't put it past nobody that it was a setup, because if everybody would have just left me the fuck alone, shit would have been cool, you know. But people want to be evil and do stuff to me, and I don't know if this is karma or if they really just set this shit up like this, because I was asking everybody, stop arguing, stop fighting. Everybody gonna get in trouble, get evicted if y'all don't stop arguing and fussing and fighting the way that y'all are, and nobody will listen to me. So he said something about, oh, I ain't been treating him like we in a relationship, but y'all heard the things that he say to me, and I told him, I said, every time you say something to me, you cutting me down, you know, and belittling me, and then you apologize, and the apology is not sincere because you turn around and do the same thing again. I don't know, because I ain't trying to be with this old man. He ain't really like that old, honestly. He ain't all gray and crippled up, you know. He still, you know, got some stamina in him, you know, but to go into a new relationship like that, you know what I'm saying, I ain't really prepared myself for that. And I actually did love Marcus, and I did put my heart into it, but my concern is for me and my child, and I feel like he put everything at jeopardy for my baby, because he stressed me a lot when I was there for no reason, and also arguing with people when he probably could have just walked away, and it escalated the situation. So that's where I feel like he put everybody's lives in jeopardy as far as our stability and our livelihood. And he still got a mouth on him. He still got a lot of hostility where he run his mouth and say things that he shouldn't say to me. So I feel like he really have not changed, because he was doing the same thing in the apartments to those people. When they asked him to move from by their house, you know, for me, if I was sitting right there, first of all, I wouldn't have been sitting right on these people's steps anyway. I would have been sitting somewhere away from their property, where their door was, and he was sitting right there. And when they asked him to move, he was like, oh, I don't gotta move, I can sit right here, you know. And that to me, really, he was mad at me, and he was trying to watch me and see where I was going. But the reason why I was leaving out of the house was because he was kind of mistreating me inside of the home, and I don't like negativity. I'll move around and then just come back a little later if I feel like you're mistreating me inside of the home. And that's what was going on. He was watching me, trying to see if I was going with somebody or whatever, and then ended up getting into it with them people sitting in front of their house trying to watch me. And at this point, I don't really know what my options are as far as staying with him see if I stay with him, I might end up in a real bad position, because when a man is trying to survive, if he's really finna be out on the streets, you know, then he's gonna be taking all of that out on me and blaming me for his actions, and then I'm gonna continue to be abused. And I'm already escaping domestic violence from Austin Metter, my child's father, who I'm pregnant by, and for me to have to go into another situation where I'm being verbally abused, it's probably going to end up becoming physical, because usually that's what happens. They'll start out verbally abusing you, blaming you for everything, and then they'll start physically abusing you, especially when things are not going good for them. So I'ma just go up to this driver's place. I already got a feeling they're gonna give me a hard time about it and probably tell me that they won't give it to me. I have my driver's license number and I have my social security card, so hopefully they'll be able to work with me on that note. But if not, you know, I trust in God, and I'm gonna just have to figure something out. But I just wanted to give y'all an update on that as far as what was going on.